Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about how to glow from the inside out. And today I want to talk about PDRN products that actually work. Now, last year, right around this time, I did a video about PDRN, really, predicting it to be the next hype trending ingredient in K-beauty. And that 1000% has come true. 2025 has been the year of PDRN skincare. In this past year of having the opportunity to test so many products with this ingredient, I have to be honest with you, very few of those products actually show benefits like PDRN is supposed to. Now, I'm not saying that these products are not good skincare products on the face of it. They're just not very good with the PDRN benefits. Oftentimes with these products, there's other active ingredients that are making them very good skincare products, very well-rounded, great formulas that will show benefits for your skin. They're just not really truly leaning into the benefits of PDRN. They're leaning into the cachet and the marketing potential and the virality of this ingredient. And that's where I get a little bit frustrated, right? So today I want to talk about some of the products that I think actually show the benefits that PDRN is supposed to show us. And I'll be honest with you, it is a very short list. So if you're so ready to find out some of my favorite PDRN skincare products updated, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. Polydeoxide ribonucleotide. This is PDRN. It is a DNA polymer that actually stimulates the metabolic activity of skin cells, particularly the ones that are responsible for collagen stimulation, fibroblasts. Now, this is important, right? Because, we're always talking about collagen as the name of the game for well aging or slow aging, right? Collagen is that protein that keeps the skin matrix strong, keeps it supple, keeps it firm, and helps to resist the fine lines and wrinkles, right? And so this is an ingredient that can help to support the processes in skin that allow the natural collagen stimulation to take place, and really helping with the fibroblasts, which is the site of the collagen stimulation in our skin. Not only that, but PDRN also helps with scar healing, wound healing. It just overall rejuvenates and refreshes the skin and helps it to act and look more youthful. It is beneficial, but it's definitely something that we want to be pairing with other hard-hitting actives to really reach our well-aging goals. There is some discourse out there about the actual effectiveness of PDRN, particularly as a topical skincare ingredient, because most of the clinical data that exists right now on this incredibly new ingredient, let me be very clear about that as well. We just don't have a lot of data, period, the end, but most of the data that we do have that shows promising results have to do with PDRN being injected deeply into the skin through the in-office treatment Rejuron Healer. And this is where it really started to gain a lot of traction, because folks were getting this treatment, which you have to sit there and have a single needle injected into your skin over and over and over again to get this ingredient deep into the skin so it can go where it needs to go, so it can do what it needs to do more effectively and more reliably. And so folks who have this done do claim it is incredibly painful, but they get some really nice, refreshed, rejuvenated results with their skin, and their skin is acting more youthful over time with these treatments, particularly if you're consistent with your treatments. And so it definitely aids slow aging and well aging, but it can be very painful. Most of the data is based on deeply injecting it into the skin. Most of the data is not about topical skincare, which we know has its limitations for penetration and absorption into the skin. I am definitely somebody who can hold the nuance of we don't have the data, it just doesn't 1000% exist right now. And a lot of that's just due to the fact that it's so new and novel. And I also can hold the nuance that, like, I'll try anything. Throw it at my face, I'll try it. And I have seen some really nice results with some, not all, some really nice results, including PDRN into my skincare routine. So I do want to share with you some of those products, but I also want to kind of give you a little bit of the anti-hype about the ingredient itself, because people are claiming it does everything and anything under the sun, and it definitely has limitations. Let's talk about the Genabelle PDRN 3% Hyper Boost Ampoule. Now, what's unique about this particular product is they're using 3% of PDRN that is derived from Salmon sperm. Yes, this is the original source of PDRN, and that is what's being injected into your face if you go and have this treatment done in South Korea. It is derived from salmon sperm. And that is actually where the clinical data exists on this ingredient as well, is with this particular derivative of PDRN. And that's important to remember, like I said, nuance, limitations, temper expectations. But what is unique about this is that they are using that. And so this has a pretty good concentration of PDRN. They're also using 2% of panthenol, which is a great humectant, very hydrating for the skin, but it also helps to boost your skin barrier. And they're using 1% of a mixture of hyaluronic acid as well as two peptides, tripeptide 1 and acetylhexapeptide 8. Tripeptide 1 can help with collagen stimulation, so that's going to be aiding the benefits of the PDRN here in the ingredients. But acetylhexapeptide 8 does not influence the collagen structure of our skin, but what it does is it actually gives a really nice tightening, firming, lifting effect to the skin. It is temporary. It's not, again, like it's not altering our skin in any meaningful way, but it is showing us some nice and quick results. And so it's an interesting formula. It's very simple, minimal, straightforward, great for sensitive skin, no fragrances here, and it has a really gorgeous texture, very watery, really lightweight, something that sinks into the skin really, really quickly. It does have a light amount of hydration. It's not really hydrating or like really plumping or anything, just in the texture alone. This is definitely something that just kind of feels like a treatment, like just get those ingredients into your skin. But it's a pleasing texture. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, and it doesn't have any like weird, I was gonna say like aftertaste, right? It doesn't have any weird like residue left over. You know, sometimes it's like, is there a greasy layer on my skin? Like this feels weird. Like it's just very pleasant to use. And I would recommend this for any skin type, just because it is just really effortless in the texture alone. Now, results wise, because this video is called products that actually work. So I had high expectations for this product because Genabelle is a brand that is really well respected and well known in Korea, particularly for PDRN. It is a brand that is carried in the skin clinics in Korea. And so it is also one of the first originators, not the first, but one of the first, right? The kind of a first generation, if you will, of topical PDRN products. And so this product is really nice. It's pretty stripped back. It really focuses in on good concentration. And I do feel like the benefits that it brings to the skin are good. They are subtle though, and I don't want to disappoint anybody with this video. That's why I said anti-hype a little bit, because PDRN is a subtle ingredient. What it does to the skin is subtle, and some people are going to love that. That's me. Other people are going to hate that because they have a higher expectation because the marketing of this ingredient has just gotten so out of control. What this does is it rejuvenates your skin, it refreshes the skin, and it really does contribute to overall skin health and skin quality. I have been talking about this a lot on my channel over the last year, skin quality. You might be sick of me talking about it, but this is something that people do not speak about in the skincare community. And it is one of those things that can be the difference between skin that is clear and that is like shiny, but there's something missing. There's something off about the skin that doesn't look glowing. What do I mean by quality? Am I talking about acne? Am I talking about dark marks? Not necessarily, no. It's not about your skin being clear. It's not about not having hyperpigmentation. It's about health. Yeah, health. Skin barrier, of course, first and foremost, that is the root of all healthy skin, but also skin that looks glowy, like the circulation is good. You know what I mean? The health of the skin itself. You're getting your minerals, you're getting your vitamins, you're getting your antioxidants through your skincare, but also through your diet and through your lifestyle. Yeah, healthiness is skin quality, in my personal opinion. And this is something that I have learned. It's a subtle thing, but I learned through my skincare journey over the last almost 2 years now at this point, where I learned to not just focus on clearing my skin of congestion and acne and not just brightening my hyperpigmentation, but focusing in on health. And so I have products in my core skincare routine that brighten, and I have products in my core skincare routine that stimulate collagen at a more meaningful level than PDRN does, right? But then I use my PDRN products for skin quality. And it's those three things that come together for my personal skin journey that have contributed to healthy, glowing skin consistently. So, that's what the Genabelle serum does. Okay, so let's be clear about what it can and can't do. The results will be subtle, but I will say if you are somebody struggling with dull skin, lifeless skin, if you know your skin is not healthy and it's not glowing from the inside out, you will see bigger benefits adding a product like this into your skincare routine. But know that it needs to be built out with the other things that I just said. Let's talk about VT PDRN Reedle Shot 100. And what's really unique about this is the Reedles, right? Because this is a product that actually, in its own way, right, it's mimicking the Regeneron Healer process. So, as I was saying, the in-office treatment where they are injecting the PDRN deep into your skin with a syringe, right? And so Reedles are not syringes, but they are a way to open up pathways within the skin, physically open up pathways within the skin to get the active ingredients to penetrate a little bit deeper. Now, VT does not use salmon-derived PDRN. They're actually using ginseng-derived PDRN. So if you're worried about the animal content, you need things to be vegan, or it just gives you the ick, right? This would be the way to go. Not all of the plant-derived PDRN varieties feel very interesting to me personally, but this one does because ginseng itself just brings a lot of benefits to the skin for skin quality, for skin health, and for well aging. And that's why I said, like, not all of them seem all that exciting, but ginseng itself really gets me going, quite honestly. It's a very strong antioxidant. Now, this is important because it is a protective ingredient and it actually protects our skin's collagen structure. And you know that we not only want to stimulate collagen, but like what we have, we got to protect it, right? And so ginseng is actually a nice way to do that. It is also an ingredient that does actually provide a lot of those vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all those little micro things that contribute to our skin being healthy. It also helps to promote a very healthy complexion because it actually increases skin circulation and it helps to increase skin elasticity. Marrying that together with the DNA polymer really does bring out some unique and good results. So what I've noticed with this particular product, the Reedle Shot PDRM, first of all, it is really plumping for the skin, which is nice because, you know, we're talking about Genabelle and it's very light and quickly absorbed, and that's good for, you know, a lot of people. But I love the plumping effects of this. There's something about getting the product a little bit deeper into the skin, and then the texture itself, it's quite thick. It's a moisturizing cream texture, really. Still serum-like, but a little bit thicker, more moisturizing. And it's something that really plumps your skin, firms your skin, and makes it very bouncy as well. And if you have any like dryness that needs to be soothed, not only does the texture itself provide moisture, but also the Reedle shots over time does help to improve the texture of skin as well. And so it's a really interesting combination of benefits. And, you know, I did want to talk about products that showed good PDRN benefits, but there are additional benefits with this one that I thought were worth mentioning, particularly for a well-aging journey. But as far as the PDRN benefits of this product, reduce redness, inflammation, it definitely does promote that wound healing, especially if you have maybe some pimples, like fresh pimples that need healing. This will speed that process up a lot faster. Actually, I did go through some congestion over the last couple of months, and this is something that really, like, the next morning after using it, I'm like, whoa, it's like we definitely made some nice progress with the healing of these spots. So the wound healing here is very strong. The skin plumping factor is very strong. The anti-inflammatory benefits truly that are coming from the ginseng portion of this, let's be honest, are very strong, though, that they really help to reduce the redness and inflammation on skin. And using this, you know, I use this more like on a 1 to 2-ish week. I use it more like a special occasion treatment than like every day or every other day or multiple times a week type of product in my routine. That's just how my sensitive skin is. If your skin's not that sensitive, go for it because you're going to get even better results. But even as just like a perk me up treatment, this shows some really, really nice results. Now, I quickly want to mention the VT PDRN Hydrogel mask because, this is one of those masks that you wear for a couple of hours or you could sleep in, and it slowly infuses into your skin over time to really plump it, give you incredibly glowy, glossy, glass skin effects. And especially with the PDRN's ability to really get that good quality going in your skin, that healthiness in your skin, plus the dewiness and the plumpness that you get just from the hydrogel experience alone. It's a real beautiful match made in heaven, in my personal opinion. But I did want to mention it as something that you could use in combination with the PDRN Reedle shot, because there is something really magic about opening up the pathways in your skin first and then putting on a hydrogel. Remember, that slowly infuses into your skin over time. You are going to get that hydrogel plumper or deeper, more meaningfully into your skin by using Reedle shot first. It really, if you never really liked hydrogels, because I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't in the past. I just find them like, they just feel like they sit on top of my skin, and they actually make my skin kind of feel dehydrated, which is like the opposite of what they claim that it does. There's just something about my skin and hydrogel that just like, it's just not really a good match. But when I started using Reedle shot and hydrogel, I was like, I actually love this together. I don't even necessarily love the products individually. Like I said, some Reedle shot varieties I don't enjoy, but together, the synergy of how they work together is mind-blowing. It really changes the experience. So you can do these two separate products on their own and combine them when you want to. And for the longest time, that's the way you had to do it because there was not a two-step mask from VT. But I noticed that they recently started rolling that out, and thank goodness they've corrected their line because they used to have all the other Reedle shot varieties except for this one. And so the two-step mask comes with its own little packet, single-use packet of Reedle shot, and then the hydrogel mask, and they are meant to be used together. And I saved the best for last. The product that I've used the longest, stayed the most consistent with, and the one that has given me so many benefits. It is the VT PDRN 100 Essence. I don't mean to be so fangirly for VT, but I am a super big fan of their PDRN line. And, when it comes down to it, I love Reedle shot, right? And I love the hydrogel, but both of those products are products that I reach for, as I mentioned, for occasional perk ups, right? They're not something that I'm able to use day to day, right? Hydrogels, just that would get really expensive and very time consuming. Reedle shot, as I mentioned, sensitive skin, right? And I'm very cautious about that. But the Essence really is my daily driver when it comes to PDRN, especially for showing me the benefits for the skin glow up that I went through last year. This really took those results over the edge for me personally. So this is, again, using the wild ginseng PDRN they're using it at 10%. And so you're going to see a lot of those similar benefits that I talked about with skin elasticity and circulation and the complexion and all of that. There is also here a focus with ceramides for the skin barrier. They're also using niacinamide in here for a little bit of brightening. And this also has that thick moisturizing texture. My head spins by the use of the term essence. For a lot of these products that have these thick, moisturizing, serum-like textures, right? This is one of those types of products where you're like, is it an essence or should I just use this like a serum? I personally just use it like a serum because it is a little bit thicker. It is moisturizing. It is not going to be appropriate for all skin types. Oily folks are going to probably feel that this is very heavy. Oily folks may want to use this as a nighttime moisturizer though, quite honestly. So, choose your own adventure. So I started using this product last year, and prior to using this product, I had gone on this journey of discontinuing tretinoin, which I had a tortured relationship with. You can go back in the archives and kind of learn a little bit more about that. But at the end of the day, it was just too much for my sensitive skin. It was causing more problems than it was worth. So I actually discontinued that in 2024, and I started using over-the-counter retinaldehyde. And I really landed on one that really balanced out my congestion-prone skin and my tendency towards breakouts and my while-aging goals. And so not only did I get my skin clear of congestion and breakouts and inflammation, but because that cycle got under control, the hyperpigmentation that I was constantly going through from the inflammation started to actually fade with without any new ones occurring. And that's why my skin started to look so much clearer last year, is because I finally got that cycle of inflammation and dark marks under control so I could actually clear that up. And so I was feeling really good about where my skin was at just with the clearness, as I was speaking about earlier. But there's also something about healthiness that adds that next dimension to your skin that goes from good clear skin to healthy glowing skin. And the PDRN from VT, this essence, took me to glowing skin, not just clear skin. And that, I mean, that's the most succinct way for me to sum it up, quite honestly. Reducing redness, helping to bring out that healthy lit from within complexion, feeding the skin barrier, keeping it nice and strong. The texture of this for my skin type, keeping a lot of moisture into my skin, keeping my skin protected from cold, harsh elements, especially in the winter time, right? Also contributed to healthy, glowing skin, plump and hydrated skin, right? And so there's just so much about this product that it's almost one of those things where it's like you can't quite put your finger on it about what it's done to your skin, but you know it's made your skin look more youthful. It's made your skin look rejuvenated. It's made your skin like it gives your skin a spa day. You know, when you go, do you ever feel like that when you're well rested, you're well hydrated, maybe you did like relax with a massage or something. I always feel like I'm always like, after a massage, and it's not just like my skin feels like good and whatever, but like I'm just like glowing because my body is like feeling good and relaxed and all that. I feel like that's kind of what PDRN does for your skin. It just makes your skin go like, fresh faced. That's the best way to describe it, right? Rejuvenated for sure, youthful for sure, but that fresh faced feeling to your skin. That's what PDRN in general does, and that's what this product from VT does. And because, as I mentioned, I do have sensitive skin, this is actually a product that I can use morning and nighttime, and I'm not able to do that with Reedle Shot, right? This is also a product that pairs like well. It's not going to interact badly with any peptides that you want to use. It's not going to interact badly with any retinol that you want to use. You can use this with actives like AHA. I actually love to do a little AHA peel, and then I'll do a PDRN product. This one particularly is good because my skin often feels a little depleted from AHA treatments. And so this really plumps up my skin, moisturizes it, softens it, soothes it. But then the PDRN is also giving that fresh, like really adding to the fresh faced benefit that you get from AHA peels, right? And so it's rejuvenating, it's refreshing, it's fresh faced. And that's what I absolutely love about this product. So those are the PDRN products I think actually work, my 2025 update. And you will notice it's a small list and not a lot has changed. A lot of the virality behind this product is just marketing alone. But there are some really good products on the market that will show some really nice results, especially when you build it along a strong, well-aging or slow-aging skincare routine. So I'm curious, have you jumped on the bandwagon of PDRN, or are you totally against it? Let me know. And if you have favorite products, let us all know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, you want to see some more ingredient and product deep dives from me, you love skincare, hit subscribe and come join our skincare community. I'd love to have you here. I love you so much. I want to encourage you to keep shining your individual light, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I love you.